I'm your huckleberry.
This is the Smoking Guns Podcast.
No G with the Z, P-O-D. This is the Smoking Guns Podcast. We are here. This is Leo Yamas, one of your hosts, joined by the lovely R.C. Woods.
Thank you. Hello, beautiful people.
And our regular stand-in, as Philip unavailable, is in the middle of a big move, as most of y'all know. And very thankful to have Mr. Ralph Judkins once again on the show. Ralph?
Good evening, Gunslinger Posse. Man, it is great to be back. Well, yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
So you can make that flash whenever you want to, or is it just random?
It is when I thump something in the room. It's on like its noise sensitive phase. So
Oh.
For those of you listening and not watching, RC's referring to the very awesome neon sign of the Gunslingers logo that Ralph has hanging in his office directly behind him, as the lights pulsate when he thumps the desk angrily over the results of this past weekend's game. This episode's name is aptly named, I believe, as Gut Punch, which is exactly how it felt for us Gunslingers fans, the Gunslingers posse, going into Tulsa to do battle with the Oilers. Battle?
Was it a battle though? Really?
It was. You know what? It was a battle in more ways than one. Yes, it was a battle in more ways than one. Yes, we can say that. But it was very disappointing for those of us who were hopeful after last week, and seeing the results of last week's game. Yeah,
very hopeful. I was very
guilty of being hopeful.
Guilty.
A hopeful fan. But you know what? As we'll talk about later, there's not reason to give up hope in the grand scheme of things. You might want to talk about the season, and if you want to say this season, well, then maybe, okay, yeah, maybe you've got an argument, but there's things that we can take from this, and I know that Coach Bain is going to take from this moving forward, and we'll talk about all of that. But this is the Smoking Guns Podcast. We are a podcast about professional football in San Antonio, specifically the professional brand of football played in the Freeman Coliseum by our beloved, yes, we still love you, San Antonio Gunslingers.
That's
Guns
right.
up always. But yeah, man, this, Ralph and I were talking before going live, and for me, this was a figure out game in many ways. This is a game where we're figuring some things out as fans, the team, as players, the coaches. Chase Risman joining the show. Bob Buke, hi, you guys. IFL is crazy because you never know what you're going to get week to week. 100% true.
True.
Chase Risman, let's see what he's got to say. Welcome, Chase. Thanks for joining us. I was at a loss of words on Saturday night. The Gunslingers' lack of effort was embarrassing. There was no sense of urgency, no desperation. I could not believe what I was watching. I agree with the sense of urgency. That's actually something Ralph and I talked about in the second half, especially. Lack of effort, I don't know if I agree there. I do think lack of execution. I do think certain things that need to be better at. I don't know about effort. I'll say this. The defensive line of the Tulsa Oilers is a tough unit. They are a monstrous defensive line, and it showed. Our offensive line.
The weaknesses.
Yeah, our offensive line didn't do the Gunslingers or our quarterback any favors in this game. Execution, Ralph, you talked about drop passes.
Yeah.
for one. I didn't mean to steal your thunder and say something that you pointed out, but there were some key drop passes. Anything else that maybe we could have done better, RC or Ralph?
Well, I just want to say, if you break it down per quarter, right? It was the second quarter, and we scored 0 points. You cannot expect to win a game when you go one whole quarter without scoring a point. In that same quarter, Tulsa scored 21 points. I mean, to me, that's so obvious that if you go a whole quarter and not score a point, how do you expect to win?
Mm-hmm. Chase Risman, to be fair, he makes his point to defend his point of lack of effort, and he brings up specifically a play that I had forgotten about, Ralph, that we talked about as well. Lack of effort, 34-7 and a halftime, and allowed an onside kick to be returned for a touchdown. That was, to Tyler Huddle's credit, a perfectly executed kick in that scenario, in that position. And that ball went by, I think it was like 3 gunslingers behind them, and was recovered by a Tulsa player to basically, hop and skip into the end zone. And yeah, if you want to bring up that play, Chase, you might be right in that instance for that play, because that was perfectly executed as far as the kick goes.
Right.
And you expect your team
to be there.
Yeah, you expect your team there. 3 gunslingers, April Marie Trotter confirms. And yeah, we were very disappointed, I remember. Agnes as well. You got that right. Yes, it was a perfectly executed onside kick. Probably the best onside kick Tyler has kicked this season, ripe for the taking, and it did go by 3 of our players. Definitely not, as Josh Pigo says, not Tyler's fault. No, that was on the kickoff team. Agnes, it was so disappointing. Yeah, I think we were all pretty disappointed in that one at the watch party as well.
Especially on the replay.
So you went to the watch party, Leo?
Yes.
We were the watch party.
We were the watch party.
No, not true. Not true. We're continuing to have these at Matanga's on 3009, and it continues to draw. And I did want to go back and Chase Risman. It is a particular horror for Chase to be at a loss for words, because he has to write about this. Bob Book is in our chat as well, and he's a big Jacksonville fan. And he's also a big fan of indoor football. And he brings up a point that they have film on that. And now he's got 2 weeks worth of film to look at, and it's going to be different. And I view the whole game here, basically, I'll just categorize it as a sophomore slump, as it were, for the entire team. With a brand new quarterback, we had excellent communication. We saw Collazo on the wall, on the headset, communicating. Everything looked good. It's just what happened on the field was not what we expected, and we just did not rally like I hoped that we would. And yeah, I mean, if we're going to mention that onside kick, my goodness, it skipped. It was perfect. It was the kick. The kick was everything we could have asked for. It just wasn't recovered by us.
And we were in a position where we needed that badly.
Yes.
So Chase, I will give you that on that one play. Definitely lack of effort on that play. I'll give you that. For the game, I don't know if I'd go that far to make that statement, but for that play, 100% agree with you for certain, because that was a position where we needed to recover that badly. That might have helped. The second half overall,
it would have been something that went right.
Yeah, it would have been something.
That's what I'm saying. It's something
that went right.
Could have gone right at some point for us to give us something to grab onto. It's like, that says gut punch, and we never freaking recovered from it.
No,
we did not recover from the blocked scrimmage kick. We did not convert on third down and second down. We had receivers with the ball played to where it needed to be played. And then after that, it just seemed that we were not executing with confidence. I like our quarterback a lot. He seemed to hesitate more this week. Might have been seeing like he was overthinking it. And yeah, Chris is right. We have a running game. It's just that weren't executing the running game as we should have executed the running game. And we threw passes laterally when we could have just gone downfield with so much yardage in front. But it's easy for us to sit here and say, and literally Monday morning quarterback on our guy saying it's not, the decision should have been better. Heck, I wasn't there. I wasn't holding the ball. But we saw when he took off in that first game against New Mexico that he could. And when he did, he was fast. When he punched in the touchdown that he punched in, he just bodied his way into the end zone because he can do that.
He's a bigger guy.
Yes,
he is. He is a big athletic guy. I still, I think he's got tremendous arm talent. I think he's got a great head for the game. I just think this was, as we talked about, this is his figure out game. The first game was not Calcetta's figure out game. The first game was him going out there and just flinging it and having fun and not thinking so much. And he was able to have the success he had, maybe a little bit because of the Chupacabra defense, the level of competition. I mean, there's some people that would argue against that. The Chupacabras just won this weekend. But we all knew that was his very first game playing the indoor game. And we're like, wow. I mean, I even mentioned it in the last week's show. We talked about it, Ralph. I was like, guys don't normally that haven't played the indoor game. They don't normally come out and have that much success in their first game because things are way different. Things are very different. And it takes time to figure those out. I think that kind of caught up, and we saw a guy playing only his second indoor game start to realize some of these things, maybe thinking a little bit too much and trying to figure some things out, and then not getting the best help that he needed to get from his offensive line, penalties by the offense, particularly offensive line. I mean, that kind of got the whole momentum going. Was 65 what's his name?
False start.
The false start, and then the whole Yep. So that was kind of a turning point in the first quarter that kind of got them behind the 8 ball. And to the Tulsa Oilers' credit, they ran with it. They took that momentum and they ran with it. And at that point, I think Calceda was trying to do a little too much at some points. He had a couple of bad decisions, some turnovers, a poor throw into triple coverage late in the game. But he's trying to make something happen because he's under duress, and he's trying to score points quickly with the long ball, and through a couple of ill-advised passes, one another behind his receiver on a crossing route. I'm still, for those that will say, oh, we told you so. The first game was just a result, a fluke, just a result of who they were playing. No. I still don't buy into that. I still think that Calceda is a very talented quarterback that still needs to figure out this game.
Right.
And Tulsa do that and put the pressure on him. The offensive line wasn't up to the task of Tulsa's game plan. The rest of the team wasn't up to the task of Tulsa's game plan because we had lots of, drop balls, as Ralph said, really, really poorly timed penalties that were just drive killers. There were some passes that Calceda completed that would have had first and goal opportunities, at least 2 in the game, that were called back by penalty and ended up half the distance to the goal, backing us up to our own end zone because of that. So to those that would say, hey, we told you so, maybe we were a little overexcited. I know there was some sentiment out there of like, oh, calm down. Don't get so excited. It's just the Chupacabras. They have that record for a reason. Yeah, maybe we were a little bit overly excited, but it was because what we saw the potential that Calzada has, and I still believe in that potential. I still think he's a very talented quarterback, and the guy that we need to hope can bring this team together over the last few weeks of the season. Would that be enough to get into the postseason at this point? 4 games left, 2 back of a surging Tucson Sugar Cookies team. The fat lady's warming up. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Ralph or
It's
RC,
looking a little. I think last week gave us such hope, right? That we were expecting a lot out of this game, and we just didn't see it, and we didn't get it. I think one thing that we've seen that's kind of seen in almost every game is penalties. I think those are the ones that really bite us in the butt at the end of the game.
Yeah, some of the chat from Ashley saying that it is rather loud in the BOK Center. I would also say that is a strange venue for our quarterback. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to go ahead and risk a lot of dirty looks when I get back to Gunslinger Nation. I want to challenge the rest of the team to rise up to the ability of our quarterback. I'm just gonna put that out there, because between him and Jonathan Bain, we've got this figured out. Jonathan Bain is going to figure out all of this, and we're going to play better. We've got to play better, because if we play to our potential, yeah, why not us? Why is it the Sugar Skulls that are scourging? Why is it not us at this point? Because we certainly can. It may be too little, too late, but how about we do at least the too little, which is not going to be very little at all. It's going to be a massive effort, and it's going to take a massive effort, but we have the names. We have the talent on this roster. It's a good, solid team at this point. And if you're not a good, solid team, Jonathan Bain seems to be able to find a replacement for you
real quick. Yeah.
So play like you want to be a gunslinger, guys.
Yeah, I think
I
agree.
We got a guy who can definitely throw the ball.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we've got a solid foundation to build on. Is there a chance of squeaking into the playoffs this year? Yeah, maybe.
I
hope
so.
As a Gunslinger fan, you got to look at this. Okay, well, this is the time to get things together, figure things out, build on what we have, and look forward to next year and building on that. Who are the guys that are going to remain Gunslingers, be re-signed? Who are the guys that we might, start looking to replace, because they just can't figure that out? And that key thing of execution has been something that has kind of haunted this team all year, but the talent is definitely there. And I think the Gunslingers have built a squad where they're more talented right now than they've been, earlier in the season. They're building that talent. It's just that they got to get it together. New system, new coach, new everything. I'm not to make excuses. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying what it is, like where we are right now as a football team. So hopefully they can work on that. Hopefully I think I'm not hopeless in thinking we won't see more great things from the offense, starting even next week against Las Vegas. It could happen. We'll be shocking, the IFL world, but hey, I'm all for that. Let's shock them. But yeah, total gut punch, because we came into this game after last game believing like we were going to go in and really make a statement here. It was an opportunity to make a statement, and our guys just didn't do it.
Well, you mentioned execution, and there was nearly an execution, and it might very well be a rally point on our quarterback that the rest of the team saw at the end of the game. Basically brutality. And Leo, we were talking inside the walls of a football game. You can do things that would be felony assault with a deadly weapon, and that happened. And
let's talk about that.
Yes.
I highlighted April Marie's comment there just a second ago about, not lowering ourselves to unsportsmanlike conduct calls. Early in the game, there was one in the end zone against one of our offensive linemen, and that was part of that key swing in the first quarter, and I agree with you 100% on there. But late in the game, us at the watch party, those of us who were not at the game, didn't see it because it wasn't on camera. But talking to people that were on the game, we've got people that were at the game in the comment section right now watching the show.
Guns knows things.
Yeah, and talking to some of them and talking to others that were in attendance, I have to ask the question, just as you said, Ralph, when is it okay for a guy who's literally being physically assaulted on a field, on a court, whatever sport? We're talking obviously indoor football right now, arena football, our San Antonio Gunslingers, but really this applies to all sports. When is it okay for a guy who's physically being assaulted that would normally could result in an arrest had it not been outside the walls of the football field or outside the barriers of your field of play, your court, whatever? When is it okay for a player to retaliate in self-defense? Because here we go. Zach Pugo's one of the ones there. They were literally choking Zach.
That's horrible.
Our quarterback. We didn't see it. It wasn't shown, but I have heard from multiple people. He has marks on his neck, marks on his face. His helmet was ripped off. And this player, who I don't mind calling out because that's absolutely despicable, and what made me even more upset after knowing the facts was the ovation that he got as he was leaving the field. Horrible. But absolutely disgusting and horrible. I'm looking this guy up. It's was it Trey Harvey leaving the field to an ovation from the crowd after literally physically assaulting a player on the field. And then the refs, I mean, that was his second unsportsmanlike conduct of the game, so it's an automatic ejection for him. But what about Zach? I don't think that was his second. It was only his first. But if he was literally just defending him,
but you can be ejected for a flagrant, and that's probably what that was, is they saw it as a flagrant. But I certainly hope that Todd Tryon is not going to let this go, because if this is the kind of league that he thinks is going to be acceptable to the young folks that we want to advertise, if he thinks this is the kind of play that we as anybody can expect their franchise player or any player to be subject to that kind of abuse with zero consequence,
heck no.
If we don't get a letter out of the commissioner saying it was addressed, I mean, I'm sorry, you put out a letter about two coaches shoving each other. What about this one, Commissioner Tryon? What about this one?
Yeah.
It wasn't on camera. You got people there.
Yeah, 100%. I hope the league does something about this. And then, Lolis, who was with me and watching the broadcast as he was going off, and they're calling him the mayor and giving him, he's the mayor of Tulsa, has the keys to the city. He is definitely admired for what he's done over the last whatever. I don't care. If you're a professional athlete and you're representing your city and you're out there on the field physically assaulting the player that's despicable. I don't care what you've done prior to that. And it's intentionally, I don't understand how someone like that can get applauded as they're leaving the field and get any kind of honors. Yeah, it's when I found out the situation and to the extent that the guy that Zach Calceda has marks on his neck. I was told by someone in attendance that, this was literally, it was to the extent that if this was happened anywhere outside of the field, that
outside of the context of a football game,
police would be involved. This was an arrestable offense. Yeah, Chase Risman asking, do they have video evidence of it? Not by the broadcast. I don't know if somewhere else, if there was
Well,
other
someone
video
should have
evidence, it's
video of that,
probably
or at least
someone that's
something.
biased towards Tulsa. So I'd be really surprised if it sees the light of day.
And this was an official ejection from the game?
Yes. Yes, he was ejected from the game. Both players were ejected. And I totally understand why Harvey was ejected, but I have to question why Calzada would be ejected as well. Is he just supposed to let him put his hands around his neck and physically assault him like that?
Yeah,
like
these aren't the questions of a football game and a football team.
No, absolutely not. And I'm disgusted to hear that that's happened. And by any team in the IFL, the IFL is the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. When it comes, at least they tout that, right, as being the top tier of as far as indoor football. And for them to allow something like this from their players and then even give them give them flowers as they're leaving the field, the broadcast, it's disturbing. It shouldn't happen. Should not. And that's all I really want to say about that. I didn't realize this.
What?
Agnes, they also ejected some fans who were heckling the team. I did, you know what? I did hear about this. I didn't realize they were ejected. I heard they were moved. But I heard that our guys were subjected to some pretty awful stuff over there by some fans. Now, to be fair, I heard they were mostly younger fans. And with youth is a lot of times there's immaturity. There is a reason for fans from that area to not be very happy with other fans or organizations representing San Antonio. I might add something very recent having to do with a different sport where the ball is round and goes through a hoop. And they even played some music to our introduction. I think I heard it was Baby Shark to the introduction of the San Antonio Gunslingers, which that in itself, okay, I'll take that because the Spurs, in poor taste, in my opinion, did that at least to the New York Knicks in that series. I don't know if they did it to OKC. I don't recall. But, for someone to do that back, even though it's not the Spurs, is a totally different organization. I get that.
Yeah,
they
we're
played
not the Spurs.
No.
Tulsa, please understand, we are not the Spurs.
That's true.
Yeah. They played a video on the Jumbotron poking fun of the Spurs for losing to the Knicks in the finals. That's salt. That's just salt coming from a city in Oklahoma because the OKC Thunder were no longer NBA champions, and it was at the result of a loss handed to them by the San Antonio Spurs. I get that, but I don't get the rudeness and the poor taste of those fans and the organization. And I especially don't get a player physically attacking a player on the field and then being applauded on his way out. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Something that would never, ever happen in the Freeman Coliseum.
If you're applauding that, it gets reinforced.
Yeah. So, let's move past that. It was a bad weekend for Gunslinger fans. It was a bad time. The watch party was fun because we got to hang out and socialize, and
always a great time. Yeah,
always a good time. But we left bummed. We were all pretty bummed when we left because of the results. But we got to get past that. So looking forward, I want to see how this team responds. I want to see how this team, and it's great because, I can't think of a better team to have a opportunity to respond against than the Las Vegas Nighthawks, which don't exist. So I can't think of a better team because everybody will say, oh, it was the Chupacabras. If they can figure things out and look that good on offense against a quality team like the Las Vegas Nighthawks, well, then we don't have to listen to that kind of stuff anymore.
And we've never beaten the Nighthawks, so this is going to be a very, very interesting game. and let's see how we perform, because this is a significant test.
Yeah.
There is
Isn't this, you think,
no
a make
doubt.
it or break it game? I know we said in the past, the numbers and statistics, but I think this game, this is it. I'm going out. We have to win this game.
Is it a
I'm just
must
looking at
win?
1-0. I'm just
Yes,
looking
it's
at
a
1-0
must
at this
win.
point.
It is a must win. I mean, we can't afford to lose anymore. We only got 4 games left. If we have to any chance of making the playoffs, then
Must win.
then yeah. I mean, you have to win. You have to win out basically to have any hope. But more important than that, especially if we do happen to lose, is let's get this team together. Let's get these little issues of execution figured out. Let's get comfortable in this offense with this quarterback, or Joaquin ends up being the guy. Great. I like Joaquin a lot. So it's just, we need to end the season with some positivity to look forward and build on for next season. And I think we have what it takes to do that. It's just after this game, I think that's kind of got to be, as a fan, if you're a real fan, this is what you're looking at. Because if you're a bandwagoner fan, then you've probably already given up, and that's your prerogative. So, yeah, I see lots of questions and comments about going on with the complaints of things on Harvey. I'm pretty sure that the team is handling the business and doing the due process on what needs to be done. They're going to protect their players. Feel free to discuss. Those of you who were at the game, continue on in the comments. We're just not going to talk about it verbally on this show anymore. We have some good stuff to move on to and talk about and finish up with.
I did have one final thought on this. It
Go for it.
reminds me very, very much of the scene in the very, very good sports movie Major League, when Ricky Vaughn gives up a grand slam to the Yankees, and the coach says, "Leave him in there. I want to see how he reacts to this." And the next player, he freaking beans. And it's like, interesting response. Let's see how the Gunslingers respond to this. Because, yes, this was a gut punch. Yes, this is not a good thing, but adversity reveals character. And we are about to learn something about our 2026 Gunslingers at this very next game. And it's at a very high level. So we'll see.
Are you suggesting that Calceda should go out there and first thing just bean a Nighthawk player?
No, but
no.
I'd like to see the whole team, because it's not on one guy, come back with some fire and some anger. You know how that movie ended.
Yeah.
So they got back exactly at that team and that guy that hit the grand slam. So let's go get our get back the right way, not by committing second-degree felonies on inside the walls. Let's not do this the wrong way. Let's do this the Gunslinger way. Let's make Don Rackler and everyone at the top of this organization proud. Let's go. Let's do this right. Guns up. Let's get this done.
I'm all for it.
100%. Guns up.
Guns up.
So RC,
Yes.
Marie Trotter, a little while ago, RC has some wonderful news to share. And we, as Gunslinger fans, we need some wonderful news right now. So let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah, something fun.
Well, I know that April and other women out there have come to me asking specifically for a cheer camp or dance camp for the older women. When I say older, I'm thinking someone who really doesn't have high hopes of joining the team, but wants to relive maybe their high school days or their college days. And I think it's important because I've heard you and Philip, maybe Ralph mentioned, wouldn't it be great if there was a football camp? Now, of course, knowing that we already have a flyer going out, the timeless for these women, I think if this is as successful as I know that it will be, I give credence that there's going to be a football camp. It gives me high hopes to say that, because if we can be successful at this cheer camp, I'm sure we can let other grown men fulfill their dreams, their aspirations, relive those old memories of when they played ball. Now, I know one person who won't be doing that, and that's going to be Jerry Woods, because he tried that kick for cash and that didn't work out well for him. He got injured. But there's a lot of other men out there and a lot of other women who this coming up weekend, we will get a chance to participate in this cheer camp. And I was a cheerleader. And so I know other people, other women out there might want to relive that dream. And I think we're going to do that. So I'm super excited about this opportunity.
Nice. So first off, let me just give Jerry some hope and kind of set the record straight. It was a football camp for the men, but it was really, and we openly said it, we're not disguising the fact, it's more a beer and barbecue camp. That's all it is. Beer, barbecue, and talking football with some coaches.
It's a hunting trip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you've lived in the Midwest, it's a hunting trip. We're going up to camp.
Or a fishing trip. I've heard of that before.
Yes, fishing trip. Yes, fishing. You've got it. You've got it, RC.
So totally different. But moving back on this awesome thing that you're helping to organize. Obviously, you're not doing this by yourself, RC. We have a lovely person who's helped you with this, and she has waited very patiently backstage to be introduced. So who is it that's going to be helping you with this, RC?
Our 6-shooter coach, Cassie.
Let's bring her on. Welcome, Coach Cassie. Thank you for joining us.
Good to see you, per always.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Great to see you. So tell us more. RC kind of already spilled the beans a little bit and explained to us, but tell us more your vision for this event and what these ladies can expect.
Yeah. So, RC and actually a lot of other women have come up to myself and the 6-shooters here recently. And at first, when they first said it, I thought it was kind of a joke. But they were like, we want a cheer camp for us. And so the girls and I kind of got together and started talking. And, we were like, why not? Let's make it happen. And let's make it happen soon. So with only 2 home games being left, the 6-shooters and I are kind of running out of practice weekends and game weekends. Sadly, it's already almost home game 7. So we had to get on this. So we decided on this weekend, Sunday, June 28th. We're going to host a clinic for adults ages 35 and up. So it's going to be similar but different to our kids camp, obviously. It's going to be from 11:30 to 12:30 at Trilogy Dance Center, which is where the 6-shooters currently practice on Sundays. So it'll be before our practice. The 6-shooters will be there. Myself will be there. They're going to be teaching, just like a gentle warm up. So don't get scared, RC. Just a gentle warm up.
I'm already warming up. What are you talking about?
Oh,
I'm already warming up.
Been doing your splits.
Well, you know what? We may have to revisit that split. What it may look like.
Okay. Well, she texted me and told me she was going to get them.
I'm trying to stretch. I thought I was younger. In my mind, my body is young, but in reality, my body is not young. But that's okay. I'm still trying.
We're
Bring
never
the ice tub
to dance. Really aren't. And so we're hoping for this to be just an empowering hour of movement. And like RC was saying, some women may have danced in high school or cheered in high school and just kind of miss it, or some might have never danced or cheered, and that's okay too. It's not going to be anything crazy. The 6-shooters are very athletic, very talented women at the point in their careers. So we won't be doing all the things that they do. But luckily, the pro style is something that just about anyone can do. And it's fabulous exercise. And really, no matter what your functional athletic level is at this point in your life, if you're 35 or you're 85, we want you to come and just enjoy. We're going to have t-shirts for everyone. You will also be getting some pom-poms and 2 free tickets to the game, the last game, the Sunday, July 19th game.
Nice.
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
learning a routine on Sunday. And you're invited to come perform it during a timeout at that game if you'd like.
Oh,
I'll do it.
So it's just a little bit of a performance opportunity if you want one, or if you just want to come have a good hour of exercise and movement, that's cool too. It's up to y'all. It's going to be super, super fun, laid back, kind of like y'all were saying about what you think the guys camp would be. It's going to be that, but kind of for the girls. And it's just going to be great. And I'll be there and the girls will be there. They'll be teaching the dance, but I'll be there probably learning it with y'all because I could use a good workout too.
That sounds awesome.
I'm going to kind of reel in some of these players' moms. I think this would be a great opportunity. We, as moms, cheer on the players. We're in the stands. We're, putting ice on their swords. You name it. We've been there since the beginning. Absolutely. And for the moms and the players to connect on this, I think would be amazing. Like, who makes a better cheerleader than a mom? Really? I mean, nobody, we may not wear the shortest skirts and we may not be able to jump and do a split and do all this, but we are the best cheerleaders for our players.
For sure.
I am calling out all of the moms that we have players on our roster. Come this Sunday, come and share a memory that you can talk about with your son until their football career. And you can say, remember that one time I went to that cheer camp? And I guarantee you guys are going to laugh and smile.
Absolutely. And really, like I was saying, you're never too old to dance. You're never too old to just have fun with other women. And so literally, if you are over the age of 35, you are welcome.
And why 35? Why was that age kind of like, how did you decide on that age?
Truthfully, I feel like that is kind of the age where, a lot of women, there are exceptions. We have had women on our team who were turning 36. So it's not that you can't dance beyond then or be a 6-shooter beyond then, but we just haven't had many. And I feel like that's kind of the age where we just start slowing down a little bit and maybe wanting to settle down and have children. So we kind of chose that as a cutoff just because we haven't had many 6-shooters at that age yet. Not that you
This
can't.
is an event to be a tryout. This is an event to be
Right.
a show out and have fun.
Absolutely.
I was just thinking, Cassie, are these any of the ones that show up, if they might get, deputized to toss T-shirts in the upper deck during the break or be deputies for that particular game? I mean, just waving the palms, just be part of the event. Because, if you're brave enough, any lady brave enough to go to this camp is certainly brave enough to throw a T-shirt in the stands and wear the jersey. And they reflect great credit upon the fandom of the Gunslingers.
Oh yeah, and we are known for doing kind of fun stuff like that. Who knows what kind of fun things will happen on game day, but we hope that everyone who comes to the camp does want to perform at the timeout, but it's not necessary. It's whatever everyone's comfortable with. I know everybody has different comfort levels, so we hope y'all come out and hang out with us and relive the glory days, or maybe get into a new hobby. You don't have
That's
to.
True.
Or a cheerleader.
Do we have a cost on the camp?
Yes, it's set at $40 right now, and we will be. It includes 2 tickets, T-shirt, pom-poms, a full hour of class, and typically just a class pass alone to a typical pro dance class or even any dance class is at least $30. So it's really
super reasonable.
Yeah, it's a good deal, and we hope people feel that way too, because it's going to be great. I think we're going to even have like some. I'm not even sure what the 6-shooters have planned, but they have put on time after time amazing kids camps, and I know that they will come up with something super creative for this. So
if they can do as great as they do with the youngsters, imagine how well they're going to do with people who theoretically will pay attention the whole time.
Oh, it's
That's true. Well, wait, I do get easily distracted, so
I'm probably
Good.
class right alongside y'all, so it's just gonna be fun. It's a no judgment zone whatsoever. You can wear whatever you want. You can participate at any level that you would like. You don't have to feel like you have to do anything. You don't. It's gonna be fun.
And and the other thing is, how Walmart has greeters? I think we would make great greeters for that next game. You know what I mean? Just hanging out there with the pom-poms. I could say hello, welcome everybody.
In the gauntlet at the front.
Yeah, that would be lots of fun.
That means getting there early.
Oh, that's okay. I can do it one time.
It's the last home game of the season, so
yeah, I can do that. I can get there early. Yeah.
Lily says, I know she already said that this is not something that she's would feel comfortable doing, but she says here, I'll bring you all water. So she can help out with hydration or other needs, but I don't think she's up for participating.
Lolise, you're awesome.
I think you would make a great
I think she could do it
for an hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she could do it. I don't mind saying it out loud because she said it.
Amazing.
Lolise, let's ask Robert Seco to not show up. Would that make it better? Would that make it easier in the practice if Robert's not there documenting this one?
That's no fun.
Oh,
ask Lolis what would you have to do to get her to say yes?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Let's negotiate. Let's close on this, RC.
This is what she said this at the watch party, and I'm glad she's saying it, so I didn't have to. But she says she's not coordinated at all.
Coordination is not required.
Yeah.
I've seen you move, girl. I've seen you cheer up and down. I've been there for the last 4 or 5 seasons. I've seen you cheer. You can do it.
If you can raise your arms with the rest of us when the Gunslingers score, you are coordinated.
You can do this. You can do it. You can do it, Lolis.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I promise.
It'll
be good.
Is there a challenge?
No, look at this.
The chat.
Jordan has upped the ante here. The motivation
pressure.
If Lolis Yamas goes, Leo gets a free jersey. I don't know how much that motivates her because she'll be like, "Well, I want the free jersey."
There's the deal.
That's a big motivation right there.
We have entered negotiation.
If she gets a few drinks before
that's morning drinking now.
That's fine.
I don't know if Coach Cassie will encourage that because coming in and doing some of these class sessions while maybe a little under the influence might not be a great idea.
What Coach doesn't know won't hurt Lois.
Or how about margaritas afterwards?
Ooh, promise. Yes.
You know me, I love my frozen margarita with the swirl, sugar on the top.
Promising to bring the drinks. Look out for that cooler in the parking lot.
Hey, I'm good for that. You know me.
Oh, this is going to be great. I won't be there, but this is going to be great. RC.
So is there a link or how do we register?
So we because it's been such a last minute, we are still working on that registration.
Okay.
But I'm hoping to have it up by tomorrow.
Great.
So that y'all can register, and there will be a little bit more information on there too. But just to remind everybody, it's Sunday, June 28th. That's this coming Sunday from 11:30 to 12:30. It includes a free T-shirt, 2 free tickets to the game, the last game, Sunday, July 19th. An opportunity to perform at that game if you would like, and as well as additional discounted tickets if you do come, and then also some pom-poms, all for the $40. So it's a pretty good deal, especially if you're willing to try something new or relive the glory days. I think you should. And
memories for a lifetime, Cassie. Memories
for
a lifetime.
Bring your friends. I mean, girls do this type of thing for their bachelorettes, so I mean, literally it could just be a fun thing to do on a Sunday, and that's it. You don't even have to come, but we do hope you come to the game and perform. So yeah.
And I really want to thank you, Cassie, because I know we've kind of joked about it and how I would try out for the 6 shooters, but it's that 2-piece, that requirement, but you have made a dream come true for
Oh.
a 56-year-old woman over here. I was cheerleading, and I know my husband and other people like, calm down, RC, calm down, but this is my time to shine, and I'm going to shine, damn it. Let me tell you, I'm so excited.
Good. I'm so glad. This was, I had to. I said, all right, guys, I know it's last minute, but we have to do this.
You have to do it.
All the women who've been asking. So
We need a name for them. The first thing that came to mind was the reloads, but because it's the 6-shooters, I don't know, but something to introduce them, because any of these women that are brave enough to go through this, I'd love to see them recognized, not just we had this camp and there's the people that showed up. Some kind of auxiliary name. I don't know. Maybe next year.
Timeless for now. So we
Timeless.
just,
I like
Timeless.
It.
That was the name, just like a little classy, and
the silver bullets.
Oh, nails it. Nails it.
Yeah, I like that.
We're the silver bullets for the 6-shooters.
That's cool. I do.
Well done. Yeah.
Some way, I don't know. Like, we kind of didn't want to emphasize.
Make it old.
Yeah, I don't want to. No, y'all aren't old. You're only as old as you feel.
That's true.
So
how about the golden bullet?
We thought about 6-shooter golden girls because,
Jordan's saying golden guns.
I like timeless though too. I like it. We'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll think about it. But timeless for now. Timeless.
Work in progress. Timeless is very good too. So I like that. Yeah. Well, exciting time. I mean, we've been talking about this for a couple seasons, this sort of thing. We were talking about the guys football camp with the coaches and now RC getting this dream come true, as she said. And I know a lot of planning and effort goes into this. So thank you to Coach Cassie. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And to everyone involved on this. I know it's an effort. So thank you so much for doing this for these Gunslinger fan ladies.
Oh yeah. They'll come out and support. We can do stuff like this. So thank you for supporting and coming up with the idea, RC.
Of course. And April too, and Loli's, we always kind of talked about in the background. So
RC, I'm pretty sure you've been talking about this since 22.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was mentioned when the 6-shooters first went out on the field, and that it was mentioned the very first time they talked about a youth camp. I swear, RC, you said, "Oh, we really should have one for those that aren't quite so youthful." And it's like, yes, this was a great idea, and it's actually going to happen. I lived long enough to see this happen, and this is going to be great.
I had to happened for you, RC.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Sorry?
I had to make sure it happened.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do. We all do. We all appreciate everything that you do. You're a great role model for young and old now. So there.
Oh.
April Marie Trotter, equally as happy. Coach Cassie, you've made me so happy.
Oh.
I'm sure everybody's going to enjoy this. It's a great idea, great fun. And you're right, at $40. I mean, T-shirts nowadays run you $35 to $50, no matter where you're at. So you're getting a T-shirt, and on top of that, the experience and the fun and the tickets. It's it's a no-brainer if this is something you're even mildly interested in. It sounds like it would be fun.
Even if you just want a good workout class, people pay way too much for just a Pilates class, and this is going to be way more fun. So
way more fun.
Yeah.
Bragging rights. Sure. I survived. Bragging rights. I danced. I went. Yeah, go. I mean, you only live once, folks. Go. Do.
This is true.
Live.
Yeah. I'm out. Bring your friend too.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, as soon as you have the registration details, and you can post that, I'm sure, on the 6-shooters page or the Gunslingers page, or send it to us and we'll put it on the Smoking Guns podcast page for sure, the Gunslingers fan page. I expect you're probably going to have maybe a better turnout than most might think.
I really do.
Yeah. We'll see about Loli's.
In April there. That's okay too. We would still do it for you, Miss RC.
Thank you. And even if I'm the only one, who cares? I'm still doing it.
Oh, you won't be the only one, RC.
No, I know I
Yeah.
won't be. I know I won't be.
Lois is going to be there, and April Marie's going to be there. So we've already got 3.
Perfect.
Shout out to like some of our Patreons. They should come out. Like Kimberly Nelson, Mo should come out. You never know what kind of exercise we all need.
Mo's bringing that
It's
cooler.
Girls' Day.
Yeah, Girls' Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a great time. Can't wait to hear all about it after the fact, and that'll be another story to tell, and maybe another segment on the podcast to talk. Yeah, the legend, and yeah, great stuff, and thanks again, Coach
Legends.
Cassie,
Thank you
for making
so
this
much.
happen.
See you on Sunday.
Of course. Thanks for having me on, and I'll see you on Sunday, RC. Keep
See
stretching.
you. Tons of love.
Guns up.
Guns up.
Yeah, well, that's great. That sounds like a lot of fun. As soon as we hear anything as far as the registration, I'm sure RC will be more than happy to share that out there on our page and spread the news. Yeah, Loli says Mo is bringing the coffee liqueur, so Mo's going to be there too. She's planning to be there, and whether
Mo and Iris,
participating or
come
just
on, join the fun.
Like Loli said earlier, I don't know, but it sounds like it's going to be a great time.
No, she said she would if she could have a drink, and Mo's bringing the coffee liqueur.
There you go.
The deal is done.
And then we're going to margaritas after, frozen margaritas after.
RC used the classic closing line. So what it's going to take to get you to come out to it, and we got an answer. So that's how we got to yes. RC knows stuff about sales. I know she knows stuff about sales. I am so happy for you, RC, that this is happening because, like I said, yeah, I remember the shows from 22 because I was locked in and paying attention, and this is something you've always wanted to do.
Always.
I think this is going to be great. This could very much become a tradition. I really, really, really think that this is an idea it's going to be fantastic.
I can't wait. I really am excited.
Yeah. Anybody that's listening, yeah, go and do. Absolutely go and absolutely do. You'll be glad you did, I bet.
I'm sure.
The hour is going to go by like that.
Oh yeah.
You're going to wish it was longer.
Yeah. Great positivity.
Performing on the timeouts, because we do have a lot of timeouts.
We do, and yeah, I know you've been looking forward to. So I can't tell you how many years I've heard the phrase, "If it wasn't for the 2-piece requirement, if it wasn't for the 2-piece, RC would be at those auditions." So I'm really happy that you're going to get to realize.
I don't see why they couldn't wear square dancing dresses. I don't see why we couldn't lean into the Western look a little more. And
there was one year where we had 2 lasso girls from Jefferson High School.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I talked to Cassie about that, and we do have a girl apparently with the skills. And I said, I would love to see, if not a rope trick, a little bit of lassoing as part of whatever that we do. But again, it's always great. You come up with ideas, and it's other people that have to do the work. So, you can't make other people do the work for you, but this is San Antonio, and my goodness, when you compare the 6-shooters to the other dance teams in and around, I'm so very proud of what she has put together and the dancers we have. And
great role models.
They're awesome.
They're the best.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Why they haven't won the award is beyond me.
No, they're definitely are deserving of it, and I would think we'll be getting that reward someday soon. Yeah, someday soon.
Something behind, something behind it.
Yep. Yeah, and just to follow up with some more positivity, I see in the comments here, and I do want to share this because we're a little upset earlier talking about some treatments in Tulsa, and I want to share this because it wasn't all bad, and we got to pay respect and gratitude to where it's deserved. Joshua Puga. I could say besides the game, Tulsa did receive us very well as a family. We all got jerseys, sunglasses, team towels, small footballs. The owner was up in the front and saw us immediately since we were all decked out. They gave the kids some toys. Other than the game, the game score, everyone was nice. We only had one fan that started heckling at us while we were standing on our drive with the ball at one point, and he used some foul language to us, and the Tulsa fans around us stood up and yelled directly at him too. And that's as far as it goes. I don't see the rest of the story, Josh, but I know from what you told me in another conversation that they came to your defense and told that one fan to sit down and shut up, basically, and to show
there are
some
decent
respect.
people in this world. They still are decent people.
Oh, there's no
Yes.
doubt. I can tell you because last year we did a trial broadcast in Tulsa, and the ownership, the fans, everything was, they were, Tulsa was right there as far as us. As far as the way that we would like to treat people from out of town, the way we are, Tulsa is exactly the same way. They know hospitality and they do hospitality, and it's a sport. It's a game. A game is played, but it's people loving something. And thanks, Mark, for the positive comment. I like Tulsa. I like the BOK Center. I just happen to like black and yellow as a color combination. But yes, yes, Tulsa. We like Tulsa. Tulsa likes us. We be nice to them. We be nice. They be nice to us. There's always one everywhere. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And little known fact
Trivia.
here that I had
Yep.
forgotten, some trivia that Chase brings up. The last San Antonio indoor arena football team, the Talons, played in Tulsa from 2000 to 2011 before they came here. So he doesn't blame the fans for heckling the Gunslingers. They're still bitter.
There are
100%
some.
true. It was the
Yep.
Tulsa Talons before it was the San Antonio Talons, and you know, fans hold on to stuff. They don't get over things quickly.
That's true. That's true.
The Gunslinger fans are like, huh?
Yeah.
You're
Jason Spurgeon, thank you again. Another more positivity, friend of the show, going way back to our XFL days. Jason Spurgeon, my favorite arena team podcast. Hey, Jason, good to hear from you. But yeah, so you know, not the result we wanted on the field, and certainly not the result we wanted when it came to those ejections and the way that was handled. You know, like we said, like the title of the show, it was a gut punch. A little bit of air came out. We try to suck that wind back in. Let's get our wind back. Let's get relaxed. Let's get refocused.
It's a
Next game.
win.
You know, let's see what this offense and Coach Bain can do, and Zach Calceda and anybody else, all of our Gunslinger boys. You know, it's time to kind of get some things nailed down, man. Show us what you can do, not just in one game, but you know, hey, we got Vegas,
all 4 quarters,
and we got Vegas coming up, and it's one game at a time. I realize, but I'm a fan, so I don't have to think that way. I'm not a player or a coach. I'm a fan. So we got Vegas coming up. We can shock the world there. But what I'm looking forward to is 2 home games in a row.
Yeah.
2 home games in a row. Not quite to end the season, because then we got to go on the road against the Barnstormers in Iowa. But we got 2 home games in a row as a kind of a farewell to the Gunslingers, unless they really show up, and unless there's a collapse over in Tucson.
We won't have a home team broadcast. So
you're right. There won't be a home game
in the playoffs. So
you're right. So it'll be a good time and a good farewell to our team in the Freeman Coliseum, at least for 2026. And we can look forward to what we're going to see in 2027, and hopefully Coach Bain. And I do believe he's the man for the job. I think he's shown that he's absolutely the guy that we want at the helm and in charge, to turn this thing around and bring a promise that ownership has made multiple times in the past, because I believe they really truly believe in that statement of being the first professional football team in San Antonio to bring a championship to the city of San Antonio, because that's what the city of San Antonio deserves. And I honestly believe they mean that with conviction. That's why it's been stated multiple times. You know, they haven't been able to deliver it yet, but it's not for lack of trying. I think it's just lessons learned, little steps. The IFL is not an easy league to be successful in and win. So yeah, it's a process, and I for one am ready to see what, you know, move on past this gut punch, move on past this week, and see what we got over the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks in particular in Vegas. And then I'm really looking forward to these 2 home games, and then we can see these ladies, whatever we're gonna call them, the golden guns or the silver bullets or whatever, the timeless we decide on, and see you guys having fun out there. RC, I can't wait to see. You're going to be smiling ear to ear.
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah. One more bit of good news before we leave.
Okay.
Breaking news that was just brought to our attention just a few minutes ago on the show. And again, I have to thank that guy right there for getting this coordinated. But there is going to be a watch party for the game, despite the later kickoff at 8:00. Remember, it's a later kickoff because it's in another time zone going the opposite direction.
That way.
Yeah, going towards the west. So they're an hour behind us. It is a 8 p.m. Central kickoff. So a little bit later, but still, nonetheless, Matt from Matangas has been gracious enough to offer his restaurant, same place as April Marie is asking. There will be a watch party. Ralph is going to make sure that happens. He's already told me. So we'll work on getting a flyer out there, and you guys can spread the news and see if we can get a great turnout there, and hopefully witness our Gunslingers shocking the IFL world in Las Vegas.
Woo!
Anything you want to say on that, Ralph?
Well, I also want to add that at our next home game, bring your boys. Bring your boys to that game, because the United States Army is going to be doing recruiting, fun, not even recruiting, outside activities. They're going to be bringing their video game trailer, their PT trainer one. They'll do face painting. Although I think the color palette might be limited when the Army does face painting, just to let you know. But the Army's going to be there. The recruiting, at least the battalion, if not the brigade, is, I think, going to be there and having a presence felt. And that's going to be fun as well. So that's the next game when the Pirates come into town.
I am going to have to correct you, Ralph. You said boys. I have 3 nieces and 2 are in the Air Force. So it's not just boys. Everyone should come out and
agreed.
And follow up on the recruiting events that are going to be there for the Army.
Oh, it'll be fun. It's something to do and fun to do for sure.
Absolutely.
Sounds great, honestly. April Marie asking Agnes, you mentioned earlier, RC, about the players' moms.
Yes.
We do have a player's mom that comes and joins us on the show and was in the comments earlier. But she's got a long drive to get here. Yeah, so
spirit.
So we'll see. We'll see. Yep. So
we have done crazier things for our boys and for our kids.
Well,
believe me, we all can attest to that. We have done crazier things, and we have not let distance hold us back.
Agnes should probably consider coming down on Saturday and making the watch party too.
That would be awesome. And then staying for the cheer camp.
Yeah. I mean, it's a reason to be in town. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. Just saying.
That is a long drive, though. Agnes gives it. She says, "I can't. I have a long drive." I'm sure if she could,
I know we'll miss you.
She would, but yeah, that's a long way. So I mean, unless there's anything else you wanted to bring up, RC or Ralph, I think we're at a point where we can wrap things up. We don't have to go Philip time on this episode and go out till for another hour. I think we've talked about what we need to talk about. So is there anything else you guys need to bring up or want to bring up
I think
before we sign off?
We covered a lot, even in the 1 hour plus.
Yeah, we talk fast. That's the difference here. So we are the Smoking Guns podcast. When it comes to professional football, and particularly indoor football, you don't get the best fan experience and fan relations and watch parties and dance events, dance clinics for ladies 35 plus in Tulsa.
No.
Or in Vegas.
No.
Or in San Diego, or over there in Florida, or up north in Wisconsin. For the best,
in Iowa,
or in Iowa, or Arizona, or any of those other places.
No.
For the best, all-encompassing indoor football experience, fans, cheerleaders, entertainment value, and hopefully one day championships. You get that right here in San Antonio, because the 210 has something to say.
Bang, bang. Woo!
Thanks, guys. We're going to wrap things up. Once again, I failed to mention, but we definitely want to say thank you to all of our patrons who have graciously made things happen for us and been able to make this whole thing go. So thank you very much. I want to say thank you to Robert Seco, Mo and Iris Ferrante, James and Jessica Palmer, Jordan Stubing, Kim and Greg Nelson. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. We really, really appreciate you guys. I can't put it into words enough. But thank you so much. And thanks everyone for joining us here for the show today. And let's hope for the best in Las Vegas. I can't wait to see what our guys do, but guns up and have a good night.
Bye.